Ever wondered how Ayanokoji from Classroom of the Elite can stay so calm and still be 10 steps ahead of everyone? Yeah, me too. This guy's got a study plan that's all about strategy, not just hitting the books. And it's honestly kind of genius. Ayanokoji doesn't study to prove he's smart. He studies to stay invisible. Just enough to not stand out, but still smarter than most. That's his thing. He doesn't waste time cramming useless details. He focuses on the core, the basics that most people overlook. Once you've mastered the fundamentals, everything else is a breeze. But it's not just about the academics with this guy. He's studying the people around him just as much as he's studying for tests. Ever notice how he's always watching, calculating? It's like his brain's always in overdrive, analyzing every move, every reaction. That's because he's not just preparing for exams, he's preparing to outplay everyone. Ayanokoji's secret weapon? Timing. He knows exactly when to make his move. He's not the guy raising his hand every class or trying to show off. He waits. And when it matters, he delivers. Whether it's acing a test or turning the tables in a tough situation, he's patient, controlled, the ultimate long-game player. The genius of his study plan? It's all about balance. He doesn't burn himself out. You never see him stressing over exams or pulling all-nighters. It's slow, consistent progress, and by the time the test hits, he's already ahead without breaking a sweat. And honestly, that's the mindset to aim for. Study like Ayanokoji. Be efficient, stay calm, and always think a few moves ahead. The goal isn't just to pass the test, it's to understand the game you're playing and make sure you come out on top. And here's where things get really interesting. Ayanokoji doesn't just focus on knowledge, he focuses on leverage. See, he knows that information alone isn't enough. You need to know how and when to use it. It's not about being the smartest person in the room, it's about being the most strategic. Think about it. He never overplays his hand. He's the guy who holds back, stays quiet, and observes. But when the time comes, he drops just the right amount of knowledge to flip the entire situation in his favor. It's a game of patience and precision. He makes people underestimate him, and that's his biggest advantage. And don't forget the psychological aspect. Ayanokoji's always studying people, not just the books. Every interaction, every conversation, it's data. He's analyzing who's who, who's a threat, who's useful. It's almost like he's playing chess, and everyone around him is just a piece on the board. If you're trying to level up your study game, this is what you can learn from him. Don't just memorize facts. Understand how they fit into the bigger picture. And don't just work harder, work smarter. Know what's worth your time, and more importantly, what isn't. Efficiency over effort. So yeah, Ayanokoji's study plan isn't your typical hit the books and pray you pass approach. It's calculated, it's efficient, it's strategic. And if you can start thinking like that, you'll realize that studying isn't just about learning, it's about mastering the game. And here's the thing, Ayanokoji's not just playing the academic game, he's playing the social one too. In Classroom of the Elite, it's not just about scoring high on tests, it's about reading the room. He's always one step ahead because he studies people, their behaviors, their weaknesses. Every word, every gesture, he takes it all in and uses it to his advantage when the time is right. He knows that school isn't just about grades, it's about power dynamics. Who holds influence, who's easily swayed, who's desperate to climb the ranks. Ayanokoji doesn't make moves out in the open, he works from the shadows, subtly pulling strings while others think they're in control. That's the genius of his strategy. It's not just about what you know, it's about how you use what you know to manipulate situations. And that's a lesson in itself. While everyone else is focused on cramming for the next exam, Ayanokoji's playing a different game entirely. He's laying the groundwork for long-term success, not just the next test. He doesn't need to show off his knowledge because he knows his real power lies in staying underestimated. And when people let their guard down, that's when he strikes.